Hey there, want to know what is robotic process automation? What are the different types of robotic process automation? What are the use cases of RPA? And all regarding RPA. If you are interested to know all these things, do watch this video from start to end. So let's begin. So let me tell you about myself. I am Rahul Khandevarar. I have completed this two certifications in robotic process automation. One is from Simply Island and second is from Groovy. The second certification is step into robotic automation, which is given to me during a skill hackathon. So let us begin. What is RPA? So RPA consists of three words, that is robotic process and automation. Robotic means that an entity that is capable to mimic human actions, whatever actions that human can do, all that actions can be done by a robot. So that is what is known as robotic. Process means a sequence of steps that can be taken for doing a meaningful activity, and automation means the occurrence of the task without any human assistance. So the task will be completely done by the robot. So this is what is the word by word meaning of RPA. Now let us see the next. What is the difference between robots and RPA robots? So simple robots are something that can be seen like this hardware, but RPA robots are the one that are software. They are not hardware. They are in your computer. They cannot exist independently in the environment. So RPA cannot do not refer to conventional robots, and it is a digital workforce. So this is the key difference between robots and the RPA bots. Then let us see some of the use cases of RPA. Suppose let us take an example that there is a bank XYZ name and it has to solve the customer queries. So there is an executive. So the process that the executive follows for solving the queries is that first it will log into he will log into the CRM and start working on the query. Then he will update the query to in process and then generate a query ID that will be given to you. Then he will suppose that query is regarding a transaction, so he will find the transaction from the third party application, and then he will get back to your query by providing you the answer, and he will close the CRM. So for doing all this process, he requires a time of nearly 6 minutes, and so one employee can do 200 to 250 queries in a day. Means he can tackle that number of queries. But if we do by a RPA, that is robotic process automation, or by using a robot, it takes just 1 minute for doing that. So see here it was taking 6 minutes, and here it is taking just a time of 1 minute. So the time has reduced to 1 minute. So 5 minutes has been saved, and the cost of a human has also been saved, because it is a repetitive task that every time the customer will come, every time an executive needs to handle that query, but the same query can be handled by a robot. So RPAs are used in the case where we need to do some repetitive tasks. So what are the some of the repetitive tasks that we need to do? Here are some of the repetitive tasks that human needs to do in industries, that is handling queries, as we have already seen in the example of bank. Then doing calculations, that is doing banking calculations of rest of the financial calculations, whatever they may be. And then maintaining of records, they need to maintain the records like customer relationship management and all that records, ERP and most of that records. And also they need to maintain the transaction means what amount of entity has gone out and what amount of entity has came inside in the bank or in the factory. So that is what is handling transactions. So this all four types of repetitive tasks can be done by robotic process automation, that is by that software. Then we have basically three types of RPA. First one is the attendant RPA. You might have seen it in the front end office desktops, where it helps the front end receptionist for maintaining the application over there. Then we have the second as unattended RPA. Unattended RPA is the backend office, and it functions entirely on itself. It does not require any human function. Then we have a combination of both, that is attendant RPA and unattended RPA, that is hybrid RPA. Hybrid RPA is a combination of attendant and unattended RPA, and here human can interact with it and it can also work independently, both of the cases. What are the benefits of RPA? First one is less errors, then we have less training. We don't need require training as we do human trainings, then we get high quality and high efficiency because it is a robot, so there will be no errors and the quality will also be high. So these are some of the types of RPA and benefits of RPA. So now let us see each key benefits of RPA. So the first benefit is increased throughput, that robots can work 24 into 7. They do not require any leave, or they do not require any holidays. They can attend 24 into 7. They are efficient because they can reduce the cost and they can do the work in less time. So they are fast, and also they are flawless, that they have a certain error limit, that is 99.99% accuracy, but humans can do the error. So human error always prevails when we appoint an executive for solving that query or doing that repetitive task. Then it can increase the employee engagement for solving that query. If it is an attendant robot, means they can increase the employment engagement and give valuable add-ons to the activities that the employee does for solving the repetitive task. So these are some of the key benefits of RPA. Then what are the RPA software tools? We already have seen that RPA is a software. So what are the software providers? So this five are the key software providers, of which UiPath is one of the premium among them. And then we also have Automation Everywhere, Blue Prism, WorkFusion, and Pega. These are some of the RPA tools that are available in the market. And then guys, this was all for this presentation, a short and sweet lecture on RPA. I hope you have liked it. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel if you have enjoyed this. Thanks for listening.